Matt Lenihan Boxing Social in association with Forged Irish Stout, Empire Fight Store and freebets.com. We're here, Jamie Moore. Jamie, I know you got a bit of a bad back, but apart from that, how's things? Big press conference today.
Yeah, mate, you know what, it's all good. I'm just looking forward to seeing how it plays out today. I stayed at home and watched it on YouTube yesterday, so I didn't go down to Ups to Scotland, so it'd be interesting.
What did you make of yesterday? It went kind of how I expected in the face-off, a little bit of a push and a pull, as some people like to say. But what did you make of the press conference? It felt like a proper old-school grudge match, where I know people were saying, a few people said online, "Oh, I'm sick of this, fake politics." There's nothing fake about this.
No, there's not. There's nothing fake about it, and I think Eddie hit the nail on the head when he said that. He does have that feel of like a real old school grudge match, sort of Ben Eubank type feel to it, and that's what really got me into boxing, to be honest. So yeah, it's genuine. They do have a dislike for each other. It's at the highest level, and it's great to be a part of it, to be honest. It's exciting. These type of fights, obviously. The fighters especially, it's tough to not get emotionally involved and invested. So my job is to sort of keep a lid on everything and keep it sort of business as usual. But it's exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Hard not to get emotionally involved because you were here for the first time around. You went through the whole rigmarole of after that feeling that he went through, you went through, that you shared as a team, and how difficult it was. But how pleased are you that you've got that chance now to sort of right that wrong that's in your eyes and their minds?
I'm just glad for Jack that, I said this earlier on, like if you look at it from purely from a career point of view, Jack's always wanted to be fighting at top class world level. He had that opportunity. He was waiting 3 years for the chance, and then what happened 2 years ago. But he's had those fights in between. He's got the chance now. He's signed with Eddie. They've kept him active, which was always an issue for him. Him being active is going to, be able to make him perform better. And then, so take away the fact that it's Josh Taylor and the history. He's just fighting at a high level again, and it's what his career deserves and his talent deserves. So bring him back into the picture then, and it's a fight what everyone's been talking about for 2 years. They're the type of fights you want to be involved in. So I'm just glad for Jack that his talent and his career, it hasn't, bypassed him and gone. Because at some points I was thinking, is it ever going to happen for him? But I'm just glad it's happened now for him, yeah.
We obviously know the needle, we know the rivalry there. How much is this obviously your job as well to make sure that sort of emotions taken out of it? Because we know when you set out in a boxing journey, everyone says I want to be world champion. So to have the shot undisputed, it's almost like a pipe dream even for the most talented of fighters, because it's always about timing. So how much is it about maybe keeping a lid on the emotions and keeping this all about business, like treat him as another fighter, as another this, rather than thinking, you stole this, you stole that, so that he performs to his best?
One of the main parts of my job will be to make sure that emotions are controlled. He fights with his head and not his heart, and from a tactical point of view, we've got. I keep seeing all these rumours about Taylor's finished, he's injured. He's just lost to Teofimo Lopez.
No shame.
In a competitive fight, it wasn't close, but it was a competitive fight. He did well, and so for somebody to say he's finished, is for me is insane. And not by any stretch of the imagination can we do a training camp hoping or assuming that. We have to look at the Josh Taylor who fought Regis Prograis in the World Series of Boxing tournament. Nigel just bailed right over that barrier there, and that was brilliant to see. And just to we have to sit down and expect the absolute very best Josh Taylor, and it could be a fight like this what brings it out of him, because if he ain't going to get up and perform for a fight of this magnitude with this type of emotion involved, then when is this? So we've got to prepare for the very best of him.
There was often comments from Josh about sort of made it in the press conference about the reason that maybe you didn't get a nod is because you were negative and things like that, or they're on your bike. But it's them that have requested a bigger ring this time around. Yeah, you surprised at that?
A little. I mean,
I know Sam said a ring's a ring and all that, but
yeah, it is, and whether it was tactical or whether it was just to make a point that they're sort of making the decisions, I really don't know. But I just didn't see the point. I thought a 22-foot ring is insane. I mean, I can't remember anyone requesting a 22-foot ring. I think the last time I seen it was Lennox Lewis when he fought Vitar Klitschko. So yeah, it's a 20-foot ring, same as last time, and yeah, it's a fight at the end of the day, and it's going to
such a good fight though, isn't it? A build-up,
clash of styles. Characters, temperament-wise, Josh is a bit feisty and Jack's more laid back, but they seem to bring the best out of each other and the best parts of their personality, or the worst, if you like. And like I say, timing is everything in boxing. Not just about winning world titles and stuff like that, but you have to be around at a certain time with a dance partner, so to speak, and like Sam Jones said yesterday, everyone loves a good UK sort of grudge match, and everyone fell in love with the Froch Groves sort of narrative, and this has been created really not by the lads, been created by controversy in the decision last time, and then I think the time in between has made it better.
I was going to say, you were involved in your fair share of dust-ups, ones that we look back on as they still come up on Sky Sports in the classics and stuff. And when you look back, how good is it now, especially in the UK, when we're always talking about, who's going to Saudi, we're getting the big fights, and that's great because ultimately that's what we want at the top end, best fighting the best. But when we look at the UK scene, it's like, right, well, what's going to be left if we're all going over there? To see this get made, how much of a buzz is it for you, obviously, as a trainer, but to be a part of something which is, it's not manufactured, it's not made up, this has got a real narrative.
Listen, I think there's positives and negatives to everything, including the stuff, Saudi's great for the fans, but for the boxers, but the fans having to travel is not, so there's positives and negatives. But and there was talk about this fight initially maybe going over there, and then it came to nothing. And I was so glad it ended up in the UK. And to be fair, what Sam again was saying to me today, I know he's worked so hard over the last 3 months. I mean, this fight has nearly been made for quite a few times over the last few months, and then it looks like it wasn't going to. Then it has, then it hasn't. So he has put a lot of hard work in, and I take my hat off to him. He's a grafter. And like I say, I'm glad. Josh Taylor gets the chance to prove everyone wrong. Like he said yesterday, he's been getting a lot of harassment on social media, so he's got that opportunity, and Jax gets the chance to right the wrongs, what happened in the first fight. So it's just got a great story to it.
Absolutely, and obviously you guys have aspirations of winning world titles with Jack, and this is obviously giving that perfect platform to do it. Look, just quickly, coming on to a different topic, I'll address this with you if you want to go into it or not. I'd seen a rumour, I don't know if it was rumour, but something on social media regarding Chantelle Cameron potentially leaving yourself. Obviously you spent a lot of time with her, a lot of hard work, world titles, good memories. This is absolutely Jack Catterall's there, but I've got to ask, from the horse's mouth reading the rumour.
Yeah, no, listen, I don't want to talk about it today. It came out before in an interview, but this is about Jack today, and I wanted to sort of focus on that, so I'd rather not to speak about it today.
100%. Well, look, Jamie, it's always a pleasure catching up. Look forward to this press conference. If it's out like yesterday, it's going to be great. I'll get down the gym soon. We'll get the rest of you boys, and then be good catching up.
Cheers, mate. Nice one, mate.
We need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.